I just decided to show a little bit of an excerpt of some filming that I did when, with the people's permission, out on downstream from a sacred site, very, very sacred site. Some of you will recognise it. It's called Willy Wally on the Map. It's known as Inmara to Nyawli people. They were just wonderful elders, so at peace, just in tune with their country, and such an honour to have the opportunity to work with. Love, laws of attraction happens. And he falls in love with that Nyawli granddaughter. And she's taken him and shown him around all of their country. About 500 square kilometres around Newman is their country, Nyawli people. Jigalong was actually in that. They made an agreement 80 odd years ago for Nyawli, Jigalong, or Malu people, to live at Jigalong. There's the old Jigalong town and there's the new Jigalong. Anyway, so that's an oral agreement. That's Aboriginal way. And they made love 20 metres, 30 metres over from where we were filming, and they conceived the child. 4 days later, they go back to 12 Mile community at Port Hedland, and an old lady who can see, she obviously has the special powers, what we call Mabra, points at the girl's tummy and says, "You got to name that girl Inmara." And obviously she would have realised she was pregnant because she knew who was saying that to her. And that was the first time that little girl had been taken back to that place. What happened 5 minutes, or they just got out of the car, and that was a reenactment they did, but they did their ceremony and showed me what to do. And another fellow who works for BHP Billiton now, who was working with Aboriginal Affairs. And but a big tree, not a big tree, I'd say the cowbell without ringing it, but more so probably about that girth. A tree came crashing down and just missed the cars. But, and then when this happened, there's no buts about it, when this happened, I felt something, and like I felt something. I said to the old fella, "Should we be here? Are we all right here?" And because we hadn't been through that law, and he said, "No, you're right. Just drink the water and say these words, and you'll be right here." And but then I still felt funny, and so I said to the old fella again, "You sure we're right?" He goes, "Yeah, you're right. Something else has happened." Those were his words. When we got back to Newman, there was a message waiting for them, and the message read that the old lady who told them to name the girl Inmara had passed over. Sorry. You feel the emotion because it's a lived experience about the beauty of what our people know, where tradition is in place. And you have some Nyungans actually who are born with a gift and they can heal people. We are a very, very special culture, and it's absolutely awesome working cross-culturally or with my own Nyungan people. And I see that there's a way, but I think that also what we have to do is educate the Australian public even more so than recently, and there's a long way to go. And yes, we are up against it. The government don't seem to get it, or they'll do things out of convenience economically, but we never give in, and that's the way to go as far as I'm concerned. And so thanks for allowing me to show that.
Thank you.